Coming up on News Lab at 6, university housing filling to the brim, how they're handling the influx, students speaking out.
And Syracuse moving towards improving public transportation, but they need your help to do it. Find out how in a few minutes.
Plus, the one day we don't ask Citrus TV's Cora Mayor Costa about our future weather is today. What Punxsutawney Phil had to say out of his borough and what Cora has to say about tomorrow's temps. The news begins right now.
This is Citrus TV News live at 6, your campus news leader.
The brand new Cuse trolley loop is already being slightly altered. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chile Casiadele.
And I'm John Perrick. SU says the Euclid Loop that launched this week will now make stops at the Nancy Cantor warehouse on Fayette Street. This is in response to student and faculty commuter feedback. The university says nothing will change with the daytime warehouse shuttle that is already in place. Shuttles are scheduled to arrive every 40 to 45 minutes from 7:45 in the evening to 3:15 the following morning.
The North Syracuse Central School District is asking the community for their thoughts on a potential name change. If approved, the district would be known as the Cicero North Syracuse Central School District. Tegan Brown spoke with parents as well as the district about this proposal. She joins us in studio now. Tegan.
Chillicothe, thank you. The North Syracuse Central School District consists of 11 schools and education programs. But depending on what parent you ask, they may just call it the CNS district, since the only high school is called CNS. In a post on their website and social media, the district is asking if a name change is something that should or shouldn't be considered. For one parent I spoke with today, she really doesn't think it would be that big of a deal.
I have not filled out the survey yet, but I will. I think that this is a total waste of money right now. There's so many programs.
I'm not really that concerned about it.
I can't imagine. And for the sports programs and the arts programs, we don't need new mugs that say a new name.
Well, we got a little switched up in our sound there. That parent is Lori Fitzgerald, who really thinks that it would be a waste of money. So let's talk on the other side, because, you know, this money isn't going towards uniforms or anything like that. So some parents are, you know, not really all that upset about this name change. Let's listen to Lauren, a different parent.
I'm not really that concerned about it. I can't imagine it be a huge expense. Like I said, it's not changing a school name where you'd have to change uniforms, things inside a building, stuff like that. So I'm not overly concerned about that aspect.
Basically, the school would have to change branding on maintenance vehicles and buses and buildings, and there are plenty of places that this would have to be changed. I spoke with the district this morning, and basically they told me this isn't anything definitive right now. There's nothing that they're planning at this moment. They simply want to hear back from parents in the community. And actually, one person at the district told me it's been interesting to hear students' perspectives as well. So if you're interested in filling out that survey, it's only 2 questions, and you can find it on nscsd.org. Reporting in studio, I'm Tegan Brown.
Tegan, thank you. We'll hope to get those gremlins fixed. Syracuse University released its housing contract yesterday. The contract is mandatory to fill out for all SU freshmen and sophomores who want to live in on-campus residence halls next year. Just a few months ago, many students were forced out of their original dorm assignments due to an unexpected increase in the amount of incoming freshmen who accepted their admission. Sophomores were relocated to buildings such as the Sheridan, 206 Walnut, and the Harry and Lillian Marley Education Center. With potential relocation of housing assignments becoming a fear for many students on campus, our Jacob Goldberg spoke with junior Caroline Bouchel about these concerns.
They definitely should read it fully, but it is unfair that if you sign a contract to get into a house, they have the right to take it away. Because like you kind of like base everything when you apply and like choose everything with friends and everyone. So it's like just very unfair. Like a lot of people got screwed over.
And the city of Syracuse is looking for a new flag and is asking students to help. Students can attend an information session and workshop happening right now until 6:30 in Byrd Library. Students will discuss the process of submitting a new flag design for the city and the qualities of a good flag design. The workshop will also offer time for attendees to create their own flag.
The Syracuse University Psychological Services Center is offering a body positivity workshop. Starting today, the workshop will be held every Thursday from 6 to 7 in the evening. The program, known as the Body Project, is available for young women between the ages of 12 and 24. It aims to improve body image and reduce eating disorders. Body image issues are much more common in young women. The project will allow them to develop skills to support body acceptance and improve self-esteem.
An award-winning Black author George Johnson is coming to campus tonight. The former journalist has won numerous awards during their career at Teen Vogue, Entertainment, and NBC. Johnson was listed in the top 100 most influential African Americans in 2020 by The Root. They were also awarded the Salute of Excellence in 2019 for their article When Racism Anchors Your Health in Vice magazine. Johnson will begin speaking in the Shine Student Center at 6:30.
New details tonight. The Newhouse School is partnering with the Scripps Howard Fund to host a leadership academy this summer. The academy will go from July 16th through the 20th and will be open for 12 to 16 participants.
The program will allow participants to learn about the challenges of leading an academic institution by bringing in professionals and scholars with administrative experience. Applications for the academy are now open and will be due on April 15th. Those who are accepted will be notified in May. And Centro Bus is looking to hire more bus drivers after a worker shortage this past month. Centro hopes to hire 25 more drivers and mechanics. The company already hired 20 drivers who are now in training.
They will hold an open house Saturday, March 25th at 9 in the morning. Drivers must at least be 21 years old and mechanics must be 18 or older. The Syracuse Common Council plans to overhaul its trash system. One of the proposals is to implement 95-gallon garbage carts for city residents free of charge. This is part of an initiative to keep sanitation workers safer after reports from the city of Syracuse show they received the most workers' compensation claims.
The second proposal is for the city to stop providing trash pickup to commercial properties with 4 to 10 units. Tenants are worried this will raise rent costs. The Common Council will vote on these proposals on February 27th.
Turning now to our first check of our forecast. Temperatures are expected to be so frigid tomorrow. We're talking about near zero or below. Numerous central New York school districts are canceling classes. No school tomorrow for kids in the Syracuse City School District and some other districts in our suburbs. North Syracuse, as Tegan just talked about. This is wild, this weather.
Well, it's great news for kids, but hey, we got to go to class. I've got at 9:30. As last time I checked my email, it's still on. What's going on? Come on.
I have no classes, but I have to be here tomorrow, so the weather's not stopping us. But you know
Absolutely
who's not being stopped by the cold temperatures? Citrus TV's Cora Mayer Costa. She's outside to give us our first check of our forecast. Cora.
Good evening, Chile and John. Tomorrow, Syracuse will definitely be seeing some of that Arctic blast and maybe even a little bit of this. Right now, current temperatures sit at 36 degrees, but it will feel like 26. Tonight, the wind will pick up, making it feel like -9 degrees, even though it'll be 3 degrees. Wind gusts will pick up to 37 miles per hour. But keep your eyes to the sky, because you may be able to see a green comet. The last time this green comet passed Earth was in the Stone Ages, and looking right now, it's still a little bit cloudy. It's clearing up. Hopefully it'll clear up because, again, this comet only comes around every 50,000 years. So hopefully it'll be my first and last time seeing this comet. So fingers crossed. With these winds, we don't know. So definitely, if you're going out to view the comet, wear your windbreaker, layer up, wear that extra hat, and do what you can to stay warm. Guys, back to you.
Cora, thank you. Will do. The latest now, Winterfest is returning to downtown Syracuse on February 16th. The annual tradition includes live music, ice carving demonstrations, and the famous human dog sled race. The race will be run on February 19th. Teams can compete in 3 different categories: adults, teenagers, and kids. Prizes will be awarded to the 3 fastest teams, and all funds raised go to charity.
Governor Hochul's new budget has increased state fair ticket and parking prices. Adult tickets to the state fair will now cost $6 and parking will now cost $10 per vehicle. The original rates of $3 and $5 were special prices carried on from 2021. The governor's office reminds people that the new ticket prices are much cheaper than the prices from 2019 and a lot better than some of the other state fairs.
To Albany now, New York taxpayers will foot the bill for former Governor Andrew Cuomo's legal counsel. The Attorney General's office notified a state Supreme Court judge that his private counsel will be paid for by New York State. The decision comes after a months-long legal battle where Attorney General Letitia James fought against the state paying Cuomo's legal costs. The former governor resigned in 2021 after sexual harassment allegations. The lawsuit comes from a state police investigator who accused him of sexual harassment and other inappropriate behavior.
And the Oswego City School District Superintendent is announcing his resignation. Dr. Mathis Calvin says he will leave the district on March 18th to pursue a job in the Lockport City School District in Western New York. In a letter to the district, Dr. Calvin wrote that he is confident the thoughtful and student-focused work of the district will continue after he leaves. The district has not announced who will take his place.
Next on News Live at 6, a top White House advisor is stepping down. What President Biden has to say about the loss of a top economic aide.
Plus, how SU is helping to shape the cannabis industry in New York. Stay with us.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. With the cannabis industry on the rise, Syracuse University has decided to take part in it. Max Williams is here in studio to tell us more. Max.
Yeah, Chile, the university partnered with Green Flower, an online cannabis training platform, back in 2021. Since then, the program has made significant progress and is bringing the cannabis industry to life for Syracuse students.
Industry is there. It's growing. It's the fastest growing in the U.S. right now.
Those are the emotions of Nate Rowe, a managing director for Green Flower.
No one really has kind of a formal background around the industry, how it works, and a certain kind of knowledge base that they need to be successful when they come into a new role. So Green Flower started partnering with universities and colleges, Syracuse, being one of those, and that's really one of the ways we're trying to kind of legitimize the industry.
That legitimacy has been a challenge for Green Flower due to the growing stigma behind cannabis and federal laws prohibiting much of what the program can do. But Green Flower's partnership with colleges and universities like Syracuse has made a significant impact.
And we saw an opportunity for Syracuse University to be a leader in the space and to help grow, to your point or your question earlier about stigma, to really help grow this industry responsibly and sustainably.
This is Jim Gaffey, Executive Director of Administration and Strategy for the College of Professional Studies at Syracuse. He has been a part of the partnership with Green Flower since the very start. He says the cannabis program adds an important aspect to the university.
It's no longer kind of a fringe idea or a concept, like that. This is something that's here to stay. And so we want to make sure that students, particularly at Syracuse University, have an opportunity to participate and be successful.
With the industry growing rapidly, Nate believes the future looks bright.
New York the industry is exploding there because of, recent legislation changes. And, now we have regulations in place. The first dispensary is open. Things are really changing.
And if you're interested in learning more about the program, you can go to green-flower.com. Reporting in studio tonight, Max Williams.
Max, thank you. The latest now, new New York tax laws allow seniors who make less than $50K a year to cut their property taxes in half, but only in towns that decide to take the state's new higher income limit. The new law could save thousands of dollars in property taxes, but may prove to be ineffective due to its slow rollout.
And this new law adds to an already confusing senior tax break system, which used to allow a 50% property tax exemption for seniors that made less than $37K a year in only regions that had passed specific laws. The tax break system results in numerous towns having different tax policies. And the police killing of double amputee Anthony Lowe has sparked national outcry. Lowe lost both his legs last year and was shot about 10 times in his upper body in Huntington Park, California, after stabbing a 46-year-old man awaiting surgery.
Huntington Park police say the officers responded to a stabbing report on January 26 in the afternoon. The names of the officers involved in the shooting have not been publicly identified, but the officers have been placed on paid leave until the investigation has ended. New details tonight involving that deadly beating of 29-year-old Tyree Nichols in Memphis. A police report obtained by NBC News left out details confirmed by the body cam footage released on Friday.
The police report portrays Nichols as violent and aggressive, stating he tried to grab an officer's gun. That is not seen in the body cam video that has been released from multiple vantage points. Memphis police is expected to release a full report in the next few days.
And on that note of police reform, prominent African-American members of Congress are calling for change in the aftermath of Tyree Nichols' death. President Biden met with the Congressional Black Caucus today to discuss police reform.
Vice President Kamala Harris spoke at Nichols' funeral yesterday. She called on Congress to pass legislation aimed at changing law enforcement practices. Some changes proposed include measures to prevent racial profiling and restrictions on the use of excessive force by officers.
National Economic Council Director Brian Deese is leaving his post. Deese is one of President Biden's top economic aides.
President Biden says in a statement today that Brian's work was critical to the passage of the most significant economic agenda in generations, the American Rescue Plan, which brought our economy back from the brink. The bipartisan infrastructure law, the most significant investment in our nation's infrastructure in generations. The CHIPS and Science Act, which ensures we make more high-end technology here at home so we can outcompete the world. And the Inflation Reduction Act, which is giving millions of families breathing room, investing in clean energy manufacturing, and addressing the climate crisis.
Can a groundhog predict the weather? More after the break.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science, become the mayor or something, make the situation better for other people. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Welcome to my house. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The walls were closing in.
If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It could help you find a little more breathing room.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Now, while Puxatawny Phil is no meteorologist, I think he was right with this claim. He saw a shadow, meaning 6 more weeks of winter, because Syracuse, it's going to be very cold tomorrow. If we look into the temperatures, we have a winter chill warning. So it's going to be freezing tomorrow. You're at risk at frostbite if you stay out in the cold for 10 minutes or more. The wind chill is going to be as low as -35 degrees. So I would definitely watch like that and layer up. Do not mess around with that. And then if we look at the 5-day forecast, the winter chill warning will be in effect from 7 a.m. Friday to noon on Saturday. So definitely you're gonna wanna make sure you're wearing those layers. And it looks cloudy if we look throughout the week. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you will not be able to see the sun. Not looking too bright, but hopefully sports looks a little bit brighter. Ian Nicholas has more on that.
Yep, Cora, over here in sports, well, Syracuse men's basketball on the road this weekend, but the women's team also on the road tonight. They've dropped 4 of the last 5. Who will they play? You'll find out that after a quick break here on Sports.
Tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Syracuse women's basketball is still searching for its first-ranked win of a Felicia Leggett-Jack era. Welcome to sports. I'm Ian Nicholas. The Orange are 0-3 on the season against top 25 competition, but brought number 7 Notre Dame and number 8 NC State down to the wire last month. Both of those battles, however, were inside the friendly confines of a JMA Dome, where the Cuse is 11-3. Away from home, FLJ's squad is just 3-5. Syracuse has dropped its last 2 road showdowns by 12 points apiece. Tonight, SU travels to Blacksburg with a chance to buck the trend versus 13th ranked Virginia Tech. The last time SU faced VT, it was not pretty. A year ago, Tech destroyed Syracuse inside the Dome 102-53. In the Hokie win, reigning ACC Player of the Year Elizabeth Kitley notched 24 points and 11 rebounds in just 27 minutes. Syracuse has a chance to slow the senior down tonight at 7. To the turf, Syracuse men's lacrosse is set to open its season this weekend against Vermont. In order to improve on its 4-10 record a year ago, SU needs better play in between the pipes. The combination of Bobby Gavin and Harrison Thompson combined for only a 40% save rate last spring. Gavin left the program, Thompson still remains, but a new name has entered the fold in Long Island University transfer Will Mark. The senior has been named by 2 publications as a preseason All-American. In each of the California native's past 2 seasons with the Sharks, the netminder was named NEC Defensive Player of the Year. Mark led the nation in saves per game in both 2020 and 2021. Syracuse's new goalie makes his debut in blue and orange Saturday afternoon against the Catamounts. Game time from the Dome is at 1. On the gridiron, Dino Babers has found a cornerbacks coach for SU football. Earlier today, the 8th-year head honcho added Travis Fisher to the Orange's staff. The Florida native played in the NFL for 9 seasons and snagged 9 interceptions. Fisher began coaching in 2013 with his alma mater, UCF, but spent the last 5 seasons as DB's coach at Nebraska. And in the NBA, the Nets were dismantled at the Celtics last night, 139-96. The 43-point margin of defeat represents Brooklyn's worst loss in 9 years. TJ Warren, Ben Simmons, and former league MVP Kevin Durant were all unavailable for the Nets due to injury. Boston put together its best first quarter in franchise history, outscoring Brooklyn by 30. Celtics MVP candidate Jason Tatum dropped 18 of his game-high 31 points in the first frame. The Duke product outscored the Nets by himself in the first 15 minutes. Brooklyn aims to rebound at home Saturday night against Washington. We'll send it back to the desk. Chile, John, what do you got for us?
Ian, thank you. After the break, Cora Mayor Costa has your wake-up weather. Stay tuned.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. The hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, when you wake up tomorrow, definitely wear those gloves. It's going to be 10 degrees, but feel like -15 when you wake up and maybe some snow. So be sure to be careful when you're walking because there is the risk of frostbite. Guys, back to you.
-15, oh my goodness. Well, hey, today is of course Groundhog Day, and unfortunately, for those not enjoying this cold weather like myself, Puxatawny Phil saw his shadow. Sad. So 6 more weeks of winter are on the horizon. This is his 137th prediction from Phil.
Wow. And records kept by the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club show Phil has predicted 107 continued winters and only 20 early springs. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says Phil has been right about 40% of the time over the last decade. That's not the best record, is it?
No, it's not. You know, I'm just hoping that the warm temperatures are on the horizon. Wouldn't that be great?
Let's hope it's better than what we'll have tomorrow for sure with those heavy negatives. Well, that's News Live at 6 for this Thursday.
For more of the latest, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CitrusTV News.
Now for Ian, Cora, and the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Chile Casiadele.
And I'm John Perrick. Take care.